Hey everybody, this is Jim at FreeChartVideos.com, using time-honored techniques to understand modern markets. Just want to remind you before we get into things that this video is for educational purposes only, and it is not intended to be used as any form of actual investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own due diligence and make investment decisions that are suitable for your financial situation. I'm not a licensed professional. I'm just a guy that draws lines on charts. So let's look at the S&P. We had identified, actually with the help of one of the people who post over at our forum, what appeared to be a nicely shaped rounding pattern in the S&P, and this is a bit unusual. I don't know when's the last time I saw a rounding bottom, particularly one that would be more of a consolidation. So this is kind of interesting to watch unfold. But let's count the number of times this has touched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 11 touches on this arc right here. And additionally, we've got some trend lines that we've drawn over tops. You know, when you have this kind of a rounding bottom, it's real hard to draw lines across the bottoms because lines don't curve. Well, they can, excuse me, straight lines don't curve. Obviously, this is a line. But what I think is going on here is that this rounding bottom is doing what we're expecting it to do. Today we got over this purple line, and we also we back tested this little brown line that's kind of an internal. You can see that this line kind of has technical significance, kind of inside all of this being whipsawed around, and that back tested late yesterday, and we burst right out of that, and got over this purple line that had been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times back here, briefly taken out for 2 days, but then slammed back down. So what am I looking at right now? Well, you know, we got over this purple line, but we have not back tested this. That would not surprise me. I believe we will meet up with this call it cyan colored curve at some point down the road, and if it does what it's been doing so far, it will bounce us back up. So what I'm thinking is two things. This should be support. This should be weak support. Since this is a curve, it's kind of hard to judge the support value of that. I'm much more comfortable with straight lines, but for sure this will be resistance, this will be resistance, and this will be resistance. So we've got 1, 2, 3 areas of support underneath us, and we've got 1, 2, 3 areas of resistance above us. And I still think, as I've said in the past, for probably the past week, I still think we're going to get up to the high 1320s, 1330s or so, and test this orange line. I just think that's in the works. Now, if we look at this as a neckline and this as a premature breakout, then you could say, well, now that we're over this, we should be making a move of at least, what's that, 1320. But that's going on this line. If we go by this blue line, which actually kind of makes an inverted head and shoulders pattern at the bottom of this that we have not gotten over yet, if that blue line is the proper line, then we still have about the same depth. But whenever we do break out of that, whenever it could be, let's say, let's just pretend, let's say we do that late this week, then you can see that that measures out to 1340. And if we stay underneath this orange line, however, that's going to have to happen sometime around the middle of July. So this is all very interesting. I'm just looking right now, I'm kind of taking it day by day because obviously the markets have been really erratic as we've been in this pattern. But I think this is, I hope you feel as, I don't want to say good, but I hope you feel that we've really found something here. And again, this was brought to my attention by one of the guys who posts at freechartvideos.com. He said, back about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, said, gee, this whole thing looks like it's starting to round off. And lo and behold, it has continued to look like it's rounding off. So look, let's keep an eye on it together. Thanks for watching this video. When you get a chance, I would love it if you would stop by freechartvideos.com. I need your web traffic to help me keep this free. I have also prepared a video that requires a whopping donation of $5 whole. And this is a video that looks at the semiconductor index. I personally think the semiconductor index is getting ready to make some decent gains, and I want you to, if you're interested in this, come by the website, find the link, and get that video. It goes into a good bit of detail on not using the semiconductor index as the underlying proxy for the sector. And since you've got the two 3X funds, SOX-L and SOX-S, I think there's some pretty good opportunities in that sector. So look, take care. Thanks for watching. There'll be another video tomorrow.